Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here for a very fun top 5 video. I don't make these too often, but I thought this would be kind of a fun idea to do and fun discussion video. As a lot of you guys know, I cover My Hero Academia a lot on my channel, and I've said this in the past what my top 5 openings were for the show in previous videos, but I felt like I might as well make an official video and just kind of share my thoughts for people who might not know about my channel. Maybe they just want to hear about someone's opinion on the top 5 openings for the show. At the time of this recording, we're almost done with Season 3, and we just recently, not recently, but a few weeks ago, got introduced to our last new opening of the season. And for copyright reasons, I won't be able to show and have you guys listen to the actual intros here, but I'm going to put links to every single intro down in the description, so feel free to watch them as I go about doing these, but I'm sure most of you guys know what they sound like, especially if you're a fan of the show like I am. Also, just want to mention, obviously this is just various opinion. This is opinionated. This is, not a fact. I love each and every one of these intros. Even the one that I have at number 5 is, I still really enjoy it. But yeah, you have to have a ranking of these. If you're not a fan, if you don't rank the intros, I'm kidding. That's not actually a requirement. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to leave yours down below. I want to hear yours as well. And I'll put an image displaying what the actual intro is, like just an image of it alongside me at the same time of doing this. So let's begin. At number 5, I have opening number 5, Make My Story. I'll admit, when I first heard this intro, when I first saw it, I was not immediately in love with it. Mainly because out of all the intros, it feels kind of the most generic-esque of an anime intro. Just in, like, the visuals, just kind of people like dancing around doing quick attacks and stuff like that, and the lyrics themselves, like "Make my story," like I just thought it was okay. But then I watched it multiple times after that, and it grew on me. It didn't grow on me enough to surpass any of the other ones, but I'm at the point now where I really do enjoy the intro. I think it's very good. So yeah, that's number 5. In my opinion, it is the weakest of the 5 intros we have so far. At number 4, I have Odd Future, opening number 4. This, out of all the intros on this list, this one definitely, without a doubt, feels like the highest budget. And it makes sense because there was so much hype building up to Season 3 of My Hero Academia, and they paired it with such a well choreographed and animated intro. The music, I've heard online. I looked up people's reactions to it online, and a lot of people loved it, but a lot of people didn't like the choppy sort of nature of it. How there's like sounds and then it kind of like moments of silence for a second, and they don't like the lyrics as much. I personally thought it really worked, especially with how it paired with the visuals. And by the way, the visuals are fantastic. Like I mentioned, super just high quality. As I cut between the students and All Might fighting against All For One. Really, really well done intro. I really do enjoy it. That is number 4 in my opinion. Now, as we get to the top 3, it gets pretty close between which ones I wanted to put at what position. All these 3 are so close in my eyes. But at number 3, I have opening number 1, The Day. The first intro to the show, obviously, the visuals weren't quite at where they are now. That makes sense. Obviously, as the show got more popular and the budget increased, the animation's going to go up. But let me just say, opening 1 still holds up fantastic. It's only been a couple years, I know. It's not like it's been a decade or anything. But opening 1, The Day, it's, first of all, the intro, the music itself is so hype. Like the scene where All Might's about to punch Nomu, and you hear the 4 riffs or the 5 riffs, like dun 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 dun, like it's so epic, really really well done. And people often complain that the first half of it's kind of slow because it shows Deku like walking through the rain and it's kind of just sad. But no, that fits the theme of Season 1, where it's kind of him becoming a zero to hero. He is no one. He's quirkless. He cries all the time, and that represented perfectly in the opening. We see him kind of walking through the rain, and then him appreciating All Might from a distance like he's a god. That's all really, really cool symbolism. You get that symbolism a lot through the first 3 intros. That's been well talked about in other videos. I won't talk about it here, but it's a really cool feature nonetheless. So yeah, opening Opening 1, The Day, is at number 3. Now, as we get to the top 2, I really kind of contemplated between these two. Really, I couldn't. I did come to a conclusion, but just keep in mind the top 2, in my opinion, are razor close in terms of how much I like them. At number 2, I have Opening 2, Peace Sign. This, just like how I mentioned with Opening 4, Odd Future, how it kind of made the hype feel for Season 3 like it was worth it because you just get this really high animated intro. Opening 2 was pretty much the same thing, except obviously the hype wasn't quite as high for Season 2 because the show hadn't really peaked in popularity. It still hasn't peaked. It's still rising, and it's amazing. But Opening 2, it's just so beautiful. Like the shot with Deku at the beginning, looking on at All Might as he's flying through the city. It's not so much like he's viewing him as a god, more of he's just appreciating him for what he is. And the music itself is really, really good. It's kind of slow at the beginning as they're stretching and getting ready for the sports festival. But I really kind of like that. I kind of enjoy intros that kind of are slower and they build up to a faster pace toward the end. And that's exactly what this intro does. As we get to the second half of the intro, it starts to pick up pace as they start showing visuals of the students fighting in the tournament. And just a really cool kind of guitar riff going on about it. And really, really cool. I really do enjoy Opening 2 a lot. And my number one choice here as my favorite opening in the entire series, I'm a little bit disappointed. For what I've seen online, no one else really has this as number 1. I'm not saying no one does, but it's probably the least common one to have at number 1. And I can see why, I guess. But number 1, I have Opening 3, Sora ni Utaba? I can't pronounce it right. I should probably learn how to pronounce these. But Sora ni Utabe, I'm just going to call it that. Really just such a fantastic intro. I love the opening shot where you have this blue hue of Deku reaching up to the sky and turning around and seeing All Might land in front of him. And they're finally equals. And you just get this nice, sort of beautiful music that accompanies the visuals in this one, really. There's just this great pace. It goes really slow at the beginning, and you just get nice visuals of All Might and the students of things that they're about to go through emotionally and physically. And then it starts to pick up pace as we see Stain in the intro, and we see all the other students doing their stuff, and it's such a great thing. And we get that. If anyone's been following my channel, I made my own lyrics to this one actually at one point. And there's this beautiful scene where a girl starts singing. She comes in about twice throughout the song. I'll play the clip here now for you. But I love that scene so much, and it just sounds so beautiful, and it meshes so well with the visuals. I don't know. I just really, really like this intro. Personally, I think it's my favorite one. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video and to kind of talk to you guys about just my favorite intros of My Hero Academia. I know it's not a super amazing discussion piece, but you know, it's kind of fun. And I don't really see too many people making a discussion of these. You know, they'll probably just have like a video playing and have, oh, here's my 5 in a row. Like, that's kind of boring. Again, I have all of them down below if you guys want to watch them. But yeah, you want to put a face behind the opinion. It makes it a little more meaningful, especially if you care. So yeah, leave yours down below. I want to hear what you guys think. My list is not a fact or a law or anything. It's just my opinion. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this is Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.